Hello, friends. Welcome. Welcome to this race between ironrusty and Derxu. I'm very excited for this. I know both these runners. I've known them for a long time. I think this is going to be a close one. I'm joined in the comm booth by Vincent. Hello, Vincent.
Hello, Junie. Definitely looking forward to this. Got the opportunity to call you on your race the other day with Rusty, and I've seen quite a few of these runs this week. There's been some really interesting and trolly seeds going on.
Oh yeah, these week 2 seeds have been pretty brutal. I know from my experience that I've finished a lot of these seeds with either just one suit or no suits. Power bombs tend to be late in these too, kind of forced into that one transition that you can get to with supers in the beginning.
Yeah, some of them have been crazy. Earlier today, watched Azure run and do a suitless lower Norfair. That was fun. But that seed with a suitless lower Norfair was still done in under an hour. So it may be asking for some high level play, but some of them are giving. Some of them, however, like the seed you ran the other night, were not so giving. Quite the opposite, actually. Requiring some difficult tricks to get through. So it'll be interesting to see what these two runners get today. We're about to get our first major checks, so we will see.
Both of these runners are real familiar with randomizers. So
we're starting off with an E tank.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's what I like to see. So let's talk about the settings a little bit. We have light area rando, major minor, and boss rando. So for anybody not familiar with area rando, basically I don't know exactly how many, 6 or 7 different areas that have specific transitions that will lead to another area. And with light area rando, you can have an idea of what transitions you're going to be going into. So for example, this area they're in right now, Criteria and early Brinstar, it has transitions to Turian, it has a transition to Wreck Ship, it has 2 transitions to Green Brinstar and 1 transition to Red Tower. So it will still have those transitions, but we don't know which transition it will lead to into those other areas. This is interesting. Rusty going up to Billy Mays, finding supers. Oh, Derxu finding supers.
Well, so not just one, but 2 super packs up there that Rusty's awarded with. So that can actually be kind of significant to get this much super ammo this early.
It can, at the cost of time. It's interesting that Rusty decided to go up there. I wonder if he was just seeing a lot of these runs where people are searching for that early ammo and wanted to get a head start on it.
This is major minor. And this is light area and boss rando. Those are all of our settings.
Yeah, the boss rando really makes these interesting. I mean, all the settings make it interesting, but not knowing what boss you're going to jump into when you open that eye door is pretty exciting.
I've definitely seen some hard resets off of suddenly appearing in Ridley's lair.
Right.
Yeah, looks like Rusty's checking.
Oh yeah, I like this. I wonder if he's
going to route.
Oh, he's not going to check. No, because with 1 power bomb, I think maybe if he had found power bombs here, he might check that. But
wisely stopping, but
yeah,
gets the first missile pack. Now we're gonna check. Derxu's about to check bomb Terizo. Rewarded with screw attack.
So we may see an early gauntlet check.
I feel like that could be a good play here. Just knocking out one more of those major locations.
Yeah, what's interesting about these settings is there can't be any suits in Criteria and in this early Brinstar area, but You could find a charge beam up there, speed, high jump. There are a lot of good items that could be up there.
Well, and really, in this early area, the suits are less important than finding those high quality movement items. Like speed is a major game changer. The faster you get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yep, Derxu is going for the gauntlet play.
I imagine Rusty will do the same thing. Ooh, using was that a super to open that door? I like that. I like that play. Really show that door who's boss.
You know, sometimes you just gotta. Doors are hard, and super missiles hit harder.
That's right.
Oh, plasma. Yeah, so gauntlet is a big check.
That is nice.
We'll check out Rusty's routing decision here. Yeah, it looks like Rusty is gonna choose to go check gauntlet as well.
Yeah, it's a real good play, especially with Screw. It's with power bombs or if they had just found bombs, that's a little bit rough, and it makes I can see skipping it until later or never. But with Screw, it's a pretty easy check, even with low health.
So more power bombs and supers from this from the back of gauntlet. That's some nice ammo to find here. Gets closer to that just in case there's no ice. The amount of power bombs you need to clear through Turian as fast as possible. We've seen quite a few instances of no ice Turian. Sometimes people have had to go reload that ammo in these runs so far this week.
And a reserve tank at Terminator. I personally like to pick up a lot of tanks early on in these settings, because if you find an early Ridley, and you don't have Varia, you can still win that fight if you have the tanks for it. And we find Red Tower in the Turian entrance.
They're just gonna take that save. I'm wondering if safety saves are a good idea. I'm wondering what the plan is here. Checking the beta power bombs.
Finds his first missiles.
Yep.
I didn't see. Did Derxu check the the other transition over by Terminator, or did he just come this way and head straight in?
I think he just came this way and head straight in.
And we find West Meridia. An interesting thing about light area rando, Red Tower is still kind of a central hub to a lot of other places on the planet, but 3 of the transitions go to West Meridia. So as you're scoping out transitions, you're going to see a lot of West Meridia. And Rusty finds Greenbryn, and we have some route divergence.
Gotta love when you see this, just to see how, who gets rewarded for going this way early. Because, if one of them finds speed earlier, that can make a big difference. If one of them finds, starts finding the suits, or maybe because of the route divergence check somewhere that the other runner doesn't, and is, maybe finds gravity.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Can make a huge difference.
So Rusty went and did the Billy Mays check. Derxu is here doing these upper Red Tower checks, and in the end, they probably work out about even.
Just E from a charge tank. Nothing exciting there.
All right, Derxu continuing his Red Tower journey.
Rusty does get now that 15th power bomb, so I would assume that's probably the last power bombs that we'll see picked up by Rusty for the rest of this run.
Could be. I know personally I like to get 20 until I find regular bombs. There's also, the possibility of doing lower Norfair hell runs. So
with a couple of and having enough for a couple of space jump.
Speaking of suitless lower Norfair, Space and Screw are like the lower Norfair dynamite. And Derxu going into X-ray.
I saw someone execute this perfectly the other day. Let's see how Derxu does with this. Very good so far.
I've noticed that in these week 2 seeds, X-ray has a tendency to pay off. So we'll see what he finds.
Absolutely textbook. That was phenomenal movement through there.
Grapple. Yeah, well done, Derxu.
Yeah, that's not an easy trip to take, especially when you've only got one tank. That's that can be very, very, very tough. And as Eden points out, the easy way back through X-Way.
Right.
No damage on the way out.
Oh. Convenient.
The other bonus of getting some random farming of power bombs here.
But Rusty finds Varia. Okay, things just got immediately interesting.
Not sure how much is in the reserve tank. That's why I mentioned only the one main tank, because you never know that reserve could only have like one energy in it right now. Never trust the reserve unless you know.
And an ice beam. I imagine Rusty will find that at some point too. Red Tower kind of connects everything together.
That's too important of a check not to do, or like too common of a check not to do.
Right.
Let's see how early supers pays off.
We saw
E.
What did we see in Red Tower? We saw a West Meridia. We saw Norfair already. So this is going to be a couple West Meridias, and what's left?
More Meridia.
Green Bryn. So he's going to find Green Bryn down here, and then get all of these checks that Rusty is finding. And there is Green Bryn.
Rusty going to the top of Green Bryn. Have another check here and see where we end up. So we're going to see Derxu hit that same area Rusty was just in. Rusty finds Moat.
Wow, all these supers.
Yeah,
there's a lot of supers for 13 minutes in.
The ammo count is very comfortable here. Rusty grabs the supers at Moat and then chooses to turn around.
Yeah, I like this. He probably wants to find Red Tower and continue through the plan, especially with this Varia. He wants to find Norfair and clean that out.
You know, it's something when you watch a lot of vanilla runs and you see these runs, You just feel the lack of speed when players don't have it in the randomizers.
Right. It's so true. So I'll be interested to see what happens here. They're both going to have the Varia. They're basically both doing each other's routes, just in reverse. And I have a feeling they will meet up in Norfair at some point.
Yeah, I would agree. And since Rusty took the Billy Mays side trip and Derxu did all the farming in Red Tower, I have a feeling we're really close time wise.
Yeah.
Rusty is going to check that Spazer check.
Yeah, I imagine he'll do X-ray too with space and screw. And then probably hop right into Norfair when he finds it. That was at the top of Red Tower, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say this we're seeing a lot of good clean movement from both of these runners.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This has definitely been a joy to watch so far. Miwoo, it is called the Billy Mays check because you walk into the room and in the vanilla there's a missile pack there, and just like Billy Mays, who used to say, "But wait, there's more," there is a hidden missile pack in the room. So it's an old commercial meme from back in the day, and that's why it has that wonderful name. It's very much a 90s thing, right, Junie?
That sounds right. Boy, the 90s seem like so long ago now.
Yep, Rusty does get that grapple beam. And I gotta agree, Len, that Rusty's check of this was a lot faster, but far less cool than Derxu's. Derxu's was great to watch. That was very well executed. Nearly textbook.
Yeah, love a good X-ray deboost.
Well, and that's something that we've seen a run this week where we saw someone who had a much more experienced runner versus a newer runner. When you spend the time learning all these tricks or all these different movement things, especially for the randomizers, and some of those tricks just don't matter in some of the vanilla runs where the progression is obvious, but sometimes you have to do a suitless hell run just to be able to find the first power bomb drop of the game. And yes, I did meet my co-host today, who went through a very difficult seed, and his opponent did not give up, kept fighting all the way through, even though it was a brutally challenging seed.
Yeah, he was a trooper. And look at this, more supers for Rusty. He's up to 40 now.
Yeah, that Rusty's doing well on the ammo count. I mean, that extra 10 from checking Billy Mays is a big deal.
Yeah, and he's first into Norfair too by pretty good margin.
Yeah, we were trying to switch over to Rusty's audio. Unfortunately, we're having a problem picking that up. So, question just came in chat, Junie. How close is Rusty to Mother Brain ammo?
All right, I'm gonna go. This is how I look at Mother Brain ammo. In order to do Mother Brain, like do all of Turian without refilling, with doing just flying right through, you need the equivalent of 75 supers. So there are 3 missiles to each super. So you can just kind of do the math. He's got 45 supers right now. So to make up that difference, he would need 30 more supers. And that would be 90 missiles. So he's like 65 missiles off right now from having the ammo to just go straight through. Now, if you go in and break the glass and do some refills and do it that way, then you need 70 supers or the equivalent. So that's a little bit more leeway on ammo, but it takes a lot of time to go back and do those refills. So yeah, so that's where he's at. Really not that far away. He keeps finding more super packs, and honestly, if I were Rusty, I might start picking up missile packs at this point too, because he's really not far from go mode. If he finds gravity, he's there, except for the ammo. Or if he finds, you know, like some high jump boots, and that's it. He just needs boots, and he'd be able to do full suitless Meridia.
Ammo here is definitely good enough. This is good enough ammo to kill any boss at this point. So even if we do see our friend Ridley, it will not be an issue. But Rusty is going to take this safety save, which is a great idea.
Dragon would be kind of bad here. It's possible to do the grapple escape without high jump, but it's very difficult. He also has the option to get a crystal flash suit from Dre. So there are options. He can still kill Dre and escape, but without knowing without knowing what you're walking into, it's, you know, you can't really prepare for it.
Dude, did you happen to catch what Derxu found at speed?
Oh, I didn't. No. I did not see.
Oh, just an E-tank. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Lomian.
Oh, and we've got Rusty facing our friend. Our friend Fanny.
Ooh. That's pretty generous, calling him a friend. I have words for him, but I can't say them here.
I mean, there are runners who can clear this thing in 2 all day. There's a runner who's had 35 first round Fantoon kills, which is insane.
Wow.
Every time you go to...
I missed again. What was at Norfair Reserve? Did you see? I keep missing these pickups.
Norfair Reserve is just more E.
Okay.
So no major items. You know what, Kip? I will count first round kills on 35 with GT Classic. That.
Yeah, of course. In GT Classic, you have that microwave beam, so that's the reference there. All right, and Rusty done with his first boss. And Derxu will be following right
headed right over there. Yep. Oh, we got a high five right there.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that power bomb animation working together.
You'll love to see it.
Total high five moment.
Okay, so as we move on here, so speaking of light area rando, this Norfair area is a little interesting because it holds a lot of keys to the rest of the game. You have the Kraid area, you have the Croc area, and then you have the lower Norfair loop. So there's really no reason in these light area randos to, if you find Lava Dive, you know, you can just turn around and look for the other transition to the back of lower Norfair. And the worth that the Lava Dive side has is you can get to the GT major. You can get to Screw. And, you know, depending on the circumstances, that may or may not be a good place to go. We'll see what these runners do. You also have the option of doing a reverse acid dive to get to that front area, but
oh, we got Rusty fighting the the Key Hunter entrance to Lower Norfair here.
Yes, this I refer to this personally as the good Lower Norfair entrance. And kind of sweep in the back, kill the boss, and sweep right back out.
Rusty had a pretty rough go with that gate glitch there, but
yeah,
so lost a lot of ammo. But probably going to require some farming at some point. But
yeah, those missiles will come back pretty easily.
Missile farming is far easier than power bomb farming, for example.
Yeah. And he's got so many supers to compensate. Speaking of supers, he's now up to 50.
Wow.
I mean, Derxu not far behind. Derxu at 40 and also finishing his first boss. I imagine he'll follow right behind Rusty here as well. Find this Lord. Oh, and gravity.
We've got our stack of pancakes. All right.
And so there it is. Go mode just needs ammo. Or charge.
Yes, we are not currently in go mode. We are in ammo mode. Or charge, yes, that's the other. Charge is always that, like, automatic. If you got it, like, everything becomes easier. I agree with this safety save from Rusty, just in case.
I wonder how these runners are feeling.
Gate glitch there.
Yeah,
sorry.
That was nice. That was nice. No, it's fine. I wonder how they're feeling in terms of feeling ahead or behind. This has been a pretty jetty seed. But, you know, you have to be thinking, everything was kind of like right there. So probably my opponent is in, the same situation as me.
Right. I have a feeling they're both kind of feeling that pressure of, like, I can't slow down. I can't have a bad death or take something, here. We're getting the runners really close to each other now, as Derxu is now taking this same, what'd you call it? The safe Lower Norfair entrance, or the good?
Yeah, I like the good Lower Norfair entrance.
Okay. I can dig it. Rusty making short work of these ninjas that, man, I remember when I was a kid, this was the worst. Like, that was a harder fight for me than Ridley.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea how to kill those enemies when I was a kid. Just sort of kept firing and eventually they died.
Wasted lots of ammo on them in the day. All right, Rusty is going to get craved, so this will be a nice quick boss battle and major check.
Yep, and there's Derxu with his gravity.
So now especially Derxu's got to be thinking, okay, well, I've got pretty much everything. I just need that ammo.
Yeah.
Oh, Rusty misses the quick kill.
Oh, taking Kraid to prom.
Backup strats time.
What a guy. What a stand-up guy. Kraid getting some love. Much deserved.
Rusty grabbing all that refill. Probably a really good idea here to have to save on other farming. And Rotor with speed. Oh, the right on time speed.
That's nice. Although now, so the runners will have speed without high jump, which, oh boy, to me it's nice to have that speed. It really is, but sometimes I feel like I'm losing time without being able to jump properly. For anybody that doesn't know, having speed without high jump affects the jump height in weird ways. Somebody at some point put together some wave that shows how the jump height works, but it's weird. Like, you go a certain distance at a certain speed and you have a certain height, and then you go a little farther and you have less height, and then you go a little farther and you have more height, etc. It's frustrating.
at the same time, it's incredible the physics that were programmed into this game.
Oh, for sure.
You know, decades ago, like, and how, you know, how even today we're finding new ways of fighting through different movement, or you know, seeing strategies still found. Watching, you know, some of the runners just cheat time in ways that we didn't expect.
More love for Kraid. I love it.
A double date tonight. Double prom date for Kraid.
That is beautiful. This is what you want to see. This is what I want to see.
Still having a little bit of a rough time getting out of the key hunters. Gets through.
All right, so Rusty's going to be going back to. I don't even remember where they came in. Did they come in? Actually, he's not going. He's probably going to clear Business Center. Boy, more supers. So let's see, 55, 20. He's getting there. He's getting very close. Check over here for charge. Get some more ammo. But at this point, he just needs to go back to where he came in, ultimately, and head into East Meridia.
Now it's 60 supers.
Yeah, so he's technically good now if he were to refill.
Chooses to skip the C tank.
Slow. Yeah, I'd skip it too. He's got plenty of health, especially. Well, I was gonna say, especially with Derxu is doing
reverse
the
acid dive.
Yes.
Love to see it.
If we see charge over here,
this could be huge.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him reverse acid dive in a while.
It's nice. It's fun. Keeps you nice, warm and cozy.
Haven't actually seen this area of the game much in the runs lately, so it speaks to where, you know, a lot of routing takes people. So this is definitely a diversion from where a lot of people have been running.
All right.
Rusty now has 65 supers.
Oh, and Derxu finds an E-tank. So not rewarded. And he's going to skip it. Yeah, so 65. Rusty now has his go mode ammo. He's in full go mode. Probably would... I mean, he's got... If he opens up that first red door in Turian and then refills, he has 10 missiles to spare. So if I'm in his position, I'm still going to pick up... if I see a missile pack, I might pick that up. I would definitely pick up a super pack, though, just to feel more safe and secure.
I don't see Rusty doing a lot of checking here in Red Tower. Yeah, no, just opting to, you know, at this point it's just looking for wreck ship and looking for Meridia and to get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe some quick checks on miners, you know, to see if he can just snag another missile pack, snag another super pack, but
yeah, and this is really just grabbing the ones that are already on the way. Definitely not going out of the way to grab anything at this point.
Yeah, like he might check Precious. He
That's kind of a free check, yeah.
Yeah, he might still check Majors too for charge, but or high jump. High jump would be really nice to have. So he's just hunting down transitions right now, looking for East Meridia, and then I imagine he'll do the East Meridia to wreck ship loop, and then come back out in Criteria. And I don't think they didn't find Turian, did they?
No, not yet.
And so the transitions we haven't seen in Criteria, we haven't seen Meme Route, and we also haven't seen the that transition down and to the right of the ship, right? I don't think we saw that.
Right.
All right, Derxu cleaning up Business Center as well.
Derxu, yeah, is gonna skip that E as well. Now I've got Rusty on to our favorite snack. And Rusty have a really rough Batuan earlier this week where actually ran out of ammo, and that kind of ended the run.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. That was just last night, wasn't it?
I think it was a couple. Yeah, I think it might have been last night. Anyone happen to see what the Batuan check was there? Because Rusty just flew by it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. It was too fast. Batuan is well known for having the greatest hitbox in the game. Sarcasm. A lot of times you can shoot supers directly at Batuan's head, and it just doesn't connect. The game just says no. So it's going in there without a lot of ammo can be pretty risky.
Looks like Batuan was just, we've got Vanilla Dre, so it's even randomized.
Vanilla Dre. Yeah, that Billy Mays check at the beginning is...
It's a big difference right now. With them not having found charge. If they don't find charge, that extra 10 supers is huge here. Because that means Rusty's, going to have far less ammo hunt.
And a nice grapple kill from ironrusty. Down with the shrimp.
or E.
Derxu just wrecking the red fish. Don't tell Sephi.
Rusty also had a very nice low jump grapple kill there. That was great. Derxu's going to check out Mama.
Yeah, not a bad check. He's still pretty far from go mode ammo, and I mean he's not that far from it. But being go mode in all other aspects, it's he just finds a reserve. He's not checking the wall, so he must be committing to finding charge at this point.
Yeah, because with the already in the room, that feels like a fairly free. With having both screw and space jump, that feels like kind of a free check.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that because there's still a lot of places the charge could be, and yeah, he's got a ways to go for ammo. But I mean, if he finds a few super packs, he'll be there. Meanwhile, charge could be, it could be deep in wreck ship. It could be pretty far away.
Yeah, so we're seeing definitely a diversion. We're seeing definitely a diversion here where Derxu's going to, finish these major checks, because at this point.
There it is.
There it is.
Okay.
Well, that's a game changer.
Yeah, Rusty's still got quite a bit of a lead, and already has that gun mode ammo. But that's real nice for Derxu. He won't have to check anything else anymore. He can just fly.
Yes. So now it's just a race to the brain.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was trying to check to see if we could use Rusty's audio, but it's still glitching on us. So I'll stick with Derxu's audio here. So something that's definitely a factor, and chat just pointed this out, and is a really good point right now. We don't know where Turian is right now.
Yeah, but we will know once Rusty comes out the other side of Wreck Ship. He'll instantly know where Turian is because he's seen all of the transitions. The only things that they haven't seen in Criteria are Turian and Wreck Ship. So, unfortunately, they're going to be about as far away from each other as you can get. so it'll be a little bit of a journey to get to the other side. But he'll either be coming out to the right of the ship and have to go down to meme route, or he'll come out at meme route and have to go up and get to the right of the ship. Necro, I think he still wants some ammo. Like, he doesn't need it, but it would be very nice to have.
We know what we got here. No secrets left on this fight.
And 45 supers, he'll have no problem with this fight.
No, this is pretty much over for our alien friend with the bad skin condition. Look how irritated that skin is. All red really like is. That.
Yeah, he better get some treatment for that.
Hashtag get that alien some lotion. Is Rusty finishing up that boss fight? We're seeing Derxu hit.
Oh, another reserve tank. I think, have we seen all four of those?
I think we've seen all 4 reserves, yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, this is one of the jettier seeds I think I've seen in this week.
Yeah, it's very fast. So Derxu, so funny thing about Dragon, if this happens, especially when Dragon is gooping from left to right. If you're on the left side of the screen when Dragon starts his goop phase, he won't care anymore by the time he gets about to the center of the screen. And if you get grabbed by the goop, Dragon will just let you go and let you have your slow movement. He doesn't care. He won't grab you. So Derxu is trying to get grabbed and do the grapple kill like Rusty did. But because the goop started so early, he didn't get grabbed and then couldn't do the grapple kill. But still, very, very fast fight. And ammo kill on Dre is not easy, so very impressive. Boy, I imagine Rusty's got to be feeling good about this time, but probably also thinking, Derxu is an incredible runner as well, and boy, I'd have my eyes on that clock from this point all the way through the escape. I'd be watching and shaking.
Yeah, this is definitely. Both runners have got to be feeling that clock pressure now, like knowing that this is almost over.
Oh, Rusty setting up for a spark through pit room.
Love to see it.
here we go.
Well executed. Very
Yes.
well executed.
And we'll see another spark here. And I don't imagine he'll stop at the ship on the way. In
No,
area
'cause
rando,
you
you get a free refill from the Turian elevator. So
yeah. Just looking to get down to the glass as fast as possible at this point.
yeah.
We got Derxu now out at Rex ship. So he'll go and get that Ridley kill, and we'll be on the same path. Same path to Turian.
All in all, this has been a real linear seed. we had some route divergence at the beginning, just with Derxu going through Red Tower first, and Rusty going through Green Bryn first. But then they both basically did each other's routes in reverse, met up in Norfair, and from there it was pretty straightforward. The biggest difference being Rusty doing that Billy Mays check to get those extra supers.
Yes.
While Derxu did Upper Red Tower and really didn't find much of anything. Few missile packs, I think.
I'm a little surprised Derxu made that check. And I mean, what else are you looking for at this point when you've got, I mean, I guess high jump boots, but for the most part, you got everything you need.
Yeah, which check did he go into? Did he go into right supers?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably looking for those boots, I guess. I don't know what else he would be looking for.
Rusty using those missiles to kill the Metroid at this point. That's really smart. Gets a complete refill here.
Oh, trying to save the Dust Torizo. Some know him as Dusty.
No fine art there, although we did see, I'm pretty sure you got fine art in your run the other night.
Did I? Oh, it always feels good. It always feels good to get that. Rusty, I think he was doing the spring ball skip strat, but no spring ball. Also no high jump. Or maybe he was just trying to get to the left of the room quickly.
He was trying to get to the left of the room because we also see immediately chose to go to the right kneel to get that energy drain a little bit faster.
Yeah, save those 40 frames. That's important.
Well, I mean, as we said, runners are worried about time right now. Like, they know.
Oh, yeah.
They know the other one has to be getting really close right now. Rusty is grabbing the 5 missile recharge, making sure he's completely loaded for this battle.
Well, that's smart. He opened up the red door and then refilled the missiles to have as much ammo as possible. We may even see a save here.
I don't blame Rusty at all for that. I think it's a good, smart play there. Even using regular missiles here to open this door.
Yeah, that's a little unnecessary. 3 missiles equals 1 super. So, and using missiles on this door is he going back to refill?
No, just going to take that save, I think.
Yeah, he actually loses 2 missiles worth of damage using missiles on that last door. Because it's 1 super or 5 missiles, and it's 3 missiles per super. So that was a loss. That was a loss, but still plenty of ammo. Net loss.
All right, executing the Zeb skip very well. And Rusty is breaking the glass, dealing with the worst mother we've ever had.
All right, 3 supers to spare. should be fine.
Now just unloading on Mother Brain.
Yeah, it's a little safer to crouch in the corner here, because every once in a while Mother Brain just out of nowhere will put her head down and crouch down to lay a power bomb. And so crouching in the corner just gives you a little bit more leeway on it gives you a bigger window of space for those supers to connect.
Now we're seeing the catch up.
Yeah, and there we go.
Wow.
Mother Brain 2 down.
Everything gone. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he had three supers to spare. I don't think he missed any.
There were a couple because the ketchup caught one of them. So it was a little bit dicey. But Rusty does the math well.
Yes.
Now it's just that escape away. Derxu, meanwhile, is going to be heading to and finding Turian.
Yeah,
Crane, I think it was two or three, so it got close.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was another shot that went below the head. It looked like it caught the neck, so it got close. Now we see our favorite.
Yeah, Derxu didn't see this transition, so he didn't know which one of these two was Turian. Rusty had found this earlier and grabbed those supers and went back.
Charge, it was left sand pit. But honestly, one of the biggest differences in this race was Rusty's choice to do Billy Mays.
Yeah.
Like, who would have thought that little decision, finding those 10 extra supers that early made a pretty big difference here.
It did. It really did.
Now Rusty has that nearly invulnerable suit on. Derxu must have a tiny Metroid modifier on there. It looks so small and cute. Alright, Rusty's about to start escape. As Derxu is finishing these last couple Metroid rooms.
Yeah, unless Rusty dies, twice.
Like in a bad bee spark, or yeah.
Yeah. No, he's fine. He's got this. Runners at this level, there's really, once you get to the escape, there's really nothing left to worry about.
No, I mean, we have seen weird things happen in the Mother Brain room where there's a soft lock out of nowhere, but yeah, once you hear that music and you're on that last push, it's usually over. It would take something horrific to happen.
Yeah. Nice damage down by Derxu. When you have screw, charge is the same thing. You do it with a pseudo screw as well, but you don't have iframes as long as you hold angled down. Well, with screw it doesn't matter actually, but anyway, you can damage down quickly off of the side hopper here and make this a little bit faster.
All right, Rusty is climbing up this last part.
Look at this time.
And is about to hit the ship sub 54. Wow, this is a run, folks.
That is crazy. Wow. Is that the fastest time?
That's the fastest I've seen. I don't know if anyone else in chat, if you guys have seen anything else that have been faster, this might be the fastest seed of the week time so far. Rusty giving himself a GG in chat.
I think there was a 58, and that was the fastest I had heard of for this week.
No, but even this, we're gonna watch Derxu finish. Yeah, right around the 1 hour marker. Hopefully sub. This was a very well-run race by both players.
Yeah, what a seed. What a seed.
Hopefully we can get Rusty into chat here. But yeah, that was definitely a run and a half by Rusty. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And to say that, I can't, we can't take anything away from Derxu's run here. This is getting the Mother Brain sub 55. This is great.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if it hadn't been for those Billy Mays supers, I think this would be extremely close. Extremely close.
Yeah, I honestly feel like that check was probably the biggest difference in this end of race.
Yeah. Had to do a little bit of ammo hunting at the end, but I mean, it was just super after super after super. OMGA got a 52-52.
Wow. All right. We are now joined in the chat by Rusty. Rusty, great run today. This 53-35. Definitely one of the best times of the week.
Thanks, gentlemen. Thrilling race.
So I gotta ask, you know this was a fast seed. How much pressure did you feel towards the end there, knowing you found everything so quickly?
Yeah, I mean, I was really trying to stick to my game plan, and things kept kind of wrinkling on me. That upper Norfair was really where I felt like the most scrambled. I was like, man, I'm just inches from go mode, and I want to get the ammo, or I want to get charge beam. I want to check the fast majors, but not the slow ones. And even checking high jump boots going out of the way a little bit was like, man, I don't need to be here. And I almost went to ice, as you saw. I was just calculating everything. And to me, that was the point where I sort of turned it downhill, and then eventually found the gravity suit too.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
It all worked out for you, and you probably heard us talking at the end here a little bit, but that Billy Mays check in the beginning really made a big difference. Finding 2 super packs up there. Derxu didn't do that check, but then he did check the top of Red Tower and spent some time there. I feel like the time spent in those 2 places was about equal, but he did not find supers in Upper Red Tower. He found, I think, a couple missile packs, maybe an E-tank or a reserve. I'm not even sure, but having just those 10 extra supers really made a big difference. Derxu ended up deciding he was going to find charge. He stopped looking for supers altogether and was just checking majors at the end. Ended up finding charge in the sand pit.
Well, I know Billy Mays is a controversial check in major minor, and with the practice that I've done, I feel like getting power bombs can be like such a gate. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get all these early majors. I'm gonna until I have enough power bombs to do Gauntlet or to get a Crystal Flash, and then ended up being supers instead. So it sort of blew up in my face, but the supers ended up being important. So it ended up mattering, but not for the reason I was thinking. So I'm happy it worked out. So many of these seeds, you end up with 5 power bombs or no power bomb. If you can do it, if I can get to 15, it just really cracks open Upper Norfair, I feel like, and you have to get there. And most of the time, you're gonna have to hell run to get into Upper Norfair. So I feel like I felt like it was worth it, and it did work out.
Yeah, we actually saw Derxu do a reverse acid dive, which I haven't seen a lot of, but these seeds can definitely, they require you to make some plays you're not used to at all. But I know both you and Junie run a lot of these randomizers, and Derxu does quite a few too, so you end up learning these strategies that a vanilla player would have no idea exist.
Yeah, I feel like light rando the light area rando came out as it was meant to be sort of how to learn area rando thing, and so I feel like not a lot of us did a lot of them, but then as it, it came up in the tournament, we were running them, and it was like, okay, how do you really optimize this? And Junie had his theories, I had some of my own, and so it, I'm sure he kind of talked about it through the run too. But yeah, I did pull the Junie loop of doing East Meridia backdoor to the wreck ship, and then that ended up being the front of the wreck ship. So I did Junie's loop to the wreck ship because it didn't feel like the right early play to go to the wreck ship. So it all worked out.
All right, well, we've got Derxu finished with their run at 59:17. And our is a great time. It's another sub hour. So these are both really good runs. I have a feeling that the Red Tower made some difference in time there for sure. But hey, we're now joined by Derxu in chat. Hey, great run with a sub hour.
Yeah, hello, GG, Rusty.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, good race.
So we asked Rusty about this. How did you feel with the? You had to know this was a really quick seed happening. So
Yeah, absolutely.
so how did that? And we saw that you kind of started skipping supers. Did you make that determination that you know what, I'm gonna find charge?
Yeah, I thought I would pass so many majors at this point, and well, for some I had to go out of my way quite a bit. But well, I found it, and I considered like getting wave would increase my damage even more, and it would help me a lot with Ridley because I didn't fight Ridley at this point. Oh well.
It turns out wave was way down in waterway, so that would have been rough to find.
Yeah, well, I mean, sub hour is pretty nice. I
Yeah,
can't say about that.
Both of you getting sub hour that is amazing. That's really amazing. So what's kind of interesting about this, one of the sort of deciding factors about this race was Rusty chose to go up to Billy Mays, and there were 2 super packs up there.
Holy.
And
well,
yeah,
and probably wouldn't have searched for charge either. So
yeah, exactly. And then he just kept running into super pack after super pack after super pack, and and so that was a big advantage for him.
Absolutely.
Both of you basically took the same route. In the beginning, Derxu, you found Red Tower and kind of committed to that in the beginning, and then went to Green Bryn afterward. Rusty did the opposite. Rusty found Green Bryn first, ran through that, and then found Red Tower. But you both kind of just went in the reverse routes of each other and ended up in Norfair. And from that point, it was pretty linear. You both kind of took the same routes. Rusty with his extra supers, and yeah, I mean, it was pretty straightforward from there. But I mean, it's so interesting. I would say that was the biggest difference between the two of you is Rusty going up to Billy Mays and finding those supers.
Yeah, interesting for major minor for sure.
Right. It was something we commented on the entire race because it's not something you expect, but sometimes these randomizers, maybe that one extra weird play that someone makes that gives them that, gives you 10 supers ahead of your opponent that early. It's a big difference.
I mean, it's not even like checking is that weird. I mean, you can definitely go for that. It's a nice boost in ammo, and if you miss either of the ammo parts, it's fine. But having 2 super is huge.
Yeah, I was hoping to find some power bombs there because I know so many of these seeds end up sending you into hell runs early, and you got 5 power bombs. So I was like, well, I'm gonna do Billy Mays. I'm gonna commit to it if I get the opportunity, and I didn't get any power bombs out of it, but the supers ended up mattering, so it was pretty lucky. Well, thanks for the race.
Yeah, great race. Absolutely.
Great job by both of you. That was enjoyable to watch. I'm going to speak for Junie here, but I know that was enjoyable for both of us to cast because we're watching,
sure.
2 of you just run really well. Just a couple of different choices, being the difference, and sub hours from both of you is awesome. Like that makes for a great, great race for us to cover.
Well, thanks, guys. Looking forward to the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Rusty, Derxu, thank you for the good race, and thank you for joining us in chat.
Yeah, also thank you for commentating. No?
Yeah, our pleasure. Alrighty, well, Junie, do you have any other thoughts before we close up?
Boy, no, this is fun. This is a good time. Again, great job to both runners. Great, it's fun commentating with you, Vincent. As always.
For sure. That was a lot of fun. This first opportunity I've had to do commentary with you. We've obviously done some gaming before and some of the other randomizers we've done, but no, the cover in this race with you was great. You have a lot more in-depth knowledge of this. I have more of a fan-based knowledge of the game, so your ability to go into a little bit more detail, it makes a huge difference. And hopefully Chad enjoyed this race today, and thank you to Eden for tracking this race. That is an incredibly important job in these randomizers, because there's times as broadcasters we can't remember everything they've gotten, and that tracker has to watch that race intently to catch all those items caught. So thank you very much to Eden for that. Junie, been definitely a blast broadcasting. We got to watch a couple of great runs today. Anything else?
I think that's it. What are the commands to put in chat for runners and all that? The exclamation R?
Yeah, exclamation C, exclamation R. So yeah, so give our runners, Iron Rusty and Derxu, a follow. Self-promotion, if you want to give Junie and I a follow, that'd be great. And definitely Eden. We're all, we all love this community, and really glad to be a part of it. I've scheduled coming up. There's a couple more races later today. At 6:10 Eastern, we've got Nefarious versus Lummy and Jones. At 7:10 Eastern, we got Nevdi versus a real cutie. I'll be back on broadcasting that. Then we got Heat Oil versus Thornetto at 10:10 p.m. tonight. So definitely some good races coming up. Later in this week, we've also got plenty more that are running. Eden's going to be covering MM2's race later. It's Saturday. We've got Kip versus Polar Bear Bunny, the grudge match that we're looking forward to seeing. So definitely some great races still for this round. So give those a check, and then hopefully come back for next week. Really looking forward to this.
For sure. All right, everybody, have a good day, good night, good whatever it is for you right now, and take care.
All right, and we will see you guys next time.